If there is one thing I love, it is a good gourmand. So when I heard that Snif was releasing a pancake-inspired perfume and pancake topping-inspired body mists, I immediately bought them. I've had some time with them, and I have some thoughts. But before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and turn your post notifications on so that you never miss a video from me. Snif has been known to release some interesting fragrances. They even have an entire secret menu brand called No Noses, which includes some fragrances like Slice Society, which is a pizza-inspired fragrance, and Dead Dinosaur, which is inspired by the scent of gasoline. Now, their new Hotcakes perfume is under their regular brand. It is not on their secret menu, and this is the first true gourmand foodie fragrance they have released under the Snif brand. I am a huge fan of Snif, and so when I heard they were releasing the most gourmand of all gourmand fragrances, I had very, very high hopes. Okay, I got a hold of these fragrances, and some of them are good, some of them are great, and some of them are not for me. Okay, let's start with Hotcakes. This one for me is a love. I will say this is the girls that get it kind of fragrance. If you are not a food fragrance type person, this will not be for you, because this straight up smells like a stack of warm, fluffy buttermilk pancakes with a large pat of butter and hot maple syrup dripping down the sides. They nailed it. So the top notes on this one, I believe, are butter and buttermilk. The middle notes are pancake and maple syrup, and the base note is musk. For me, this is like a very fun winter night out fragrance where you can kind of get away with something a little bit more polarizing. I will definitely say that like a maple syrup scent definitely starts, like that lingers. You have to be prepared to smell like maple syrup, and you have to be committed to smelling like maple syrup. If that is something that interests you, I would definitely check this one out. The next one from this collection that I think is an absolute winner is Extra Whip. Now this is exactly what it sounds like. It is a whipped cream inspired fragrance. Extra Whip smells like you just opened a fresh can of whipped cream and you are loading up your pancakes with a giant dollop of sweet, cold, powdery, sugary, creamy whipped cream. The top notes are sugar and aldehydes. The middle note is whipped cream, and the base notes are sandalwood, vanilla, and musk. The thing that makes this one, I think, really unique is that they added the note of cold aldehydes. Sometimes I think like whipped cream or like milky fragrances can kind of come off as like heavy and dense, and sometimes can lean like almost spoiled. Like that's how I felt about the fragrance Heavy Cream from Fleur. I think this one is really special with that cold aldehydes note because it really gives it this like fresh, light, and airy feeling that really does feel like you are opening up a fresh can of whipped cream that's straight from the fridge. I think they did amazing with this scent. It smells exactly like what it should smell like. It smells like whipped cream. And when you pair Extra Whip with Hotcakes, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, next, we need to talk about Mr. Berry Styles. The top notes are raspberry, blueberry, and lime. The middle note is freesia, and the base note is vanilla. This one opens up with a tart lime and like a candied raspberry, and then it kind of settles into like a realistic blueberry scent. So it's not super sweet, it's a little bit tart. Then you kind of get this freesia, which is a little powdery, a tiny bit creamy. In theory, this is not my favorite, but actually in execution, I think they did a pretty good job. But I will say this is not really the kind of scent for me. I'm not typically like a fruity fragrance kind of girl, like a straight up fruity fragrance. So I think that there are definitely people that this scent is for. It's not bad. It's just not something that I really find myself gravitating towards. I will say I do like that combination of like the tart lime and the like candied raspberry at the beginning. But overall, I just like really can't see myself reaching for this one, especially paired with the Hotcakes. I don't think that's for me. I'll just be honest. I don't think it's for me. And speaking of things that are absolutely not for me, let's talk about Hazel Split. Now, this is the one from the collection that was absolutely not a winner. Okay, this is the one that I will be giving away to someone else. This is a banana and chocolate fragrance. It's supposed to be, I think, kind of like a banana and Nutella, like banana split type vibes. Top notes of banana, hazelnut, and cocoa. Middle note of coconut, and base note of amberwood and musk. All I get from that is artificial, like Tootsie Roll chocolate, but not in a good way, in like a very cheap and artificial way, and then like an artificial banana. It is not good. I know I've heard a lot of people talk about how they like that fragrance, but that one is not for me. That one is not for me. And I'll be honest, I was weary to start with that one because I feel like I'm typically not a fan of chocolate fragrances. That is personally just not for me. Okay, so overall, I think that this was a really, really fun launch from Snif. As a gourmand lover, I say keep it coming. I hope more brands kind of follow this lead, or Snif will start coming out with more of these type of gourmand fragrances. I will definitely say hotcakes and extra whip. Those are ones I can definitely see myself wearing, especially this upcoming summer. Extra whip, I think, is like the perfect summer vanilla because it's so light and airy and fluffy, and it's not something that's gonna weigh you down like you would typically associate with like a creamy vanilla scent. Hotcakes, I will probably hold off and wait until the fall for that, but I do think that that one too, if that's your cup of tea, I think you should definitely check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below about that one. Now, Berry Styles, if that's the kind of thing that you like, I think you should maybe check it out. It really is just like a fruity, kind of powdery scent, which again is not quite my vibe, but I do think it could be for some people. What I would say is at all costs avoid Hazel Split. I don't think it's very good. Like I said, I will be giving that one away. Unfortunately, because I think so many people have liked that fragrance, and just for me, I can't do it. But if you have a chance, I think you should definitely go smell them. I think overall this is a really fun launch from Snif, and I'm so excited to see what this brand continues to do. I feel like they're constantly kind of like shaking things up in the fragrance space, which is something that I think is really refreshing, and I'm really liking what they're adding to the fragrance scene, and I like that they're definitely more of an affordable fragrance brand. So that's something I can absolutely get on board with. All right, that is all for today's video. Make sure you leave me a comment down below telling me if you think you're gonna pick any of these up, or maybe you've smelled them and you have some thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one.